Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to show you guys another campaign that we've just started running for a client, right? Now, what's interesting about this campaign, and this is why this video is different from all of my other videos, this is the first time in my personal advertising history where I've seen interest-based targeting do 50 times better than broad, right? Now, for those of you, right, who know how to advertise on Facebook, right, you probably have heard that most campaigns that are going to do well are broad, right? Facebook's algorithm knows a lot about its users. So they know who to target a lot better than you think you do, right? Now, what's really interesting about that is in this situation, I did a CBO campaign with, you know, with the Advantage Creative, right? If you go watch the first video I ever posted on this channel, it's this ad strategy. So it's a CBO campaign with broad and a couple of interests, and then in those there's one advert, and each advert has 10 creatives, 5 headlines, 5 bodies of copy, and 5 descriptions, right? So that's the structure I'm using here. Now, this campaign, it's running at $25 per day, and it's getting $78, or it's spent $78. Now I'm going to refresh my screen just so you guys can see that I'm not like making this up or anything. But in 3 days, we've gotten 15 leads, right? Now $5.20 per cost per result is already really good. But I'm going to go into this. I'm going to show you guys something that's crazy. Did I mean to do that? We are getting. I'm not going to show the interest because I'm not trying to like give this away, but $1.45 leads. And I'm going to refresh my screen just so you guys can see that I'm not like making this up again. $1.45 leads with like a good amount of questions on a lead form. These are our lead forms, these are our landing pages. Now, I'll show you some of the other metrics. CPM on this, $41. Now, this is in the US, so you're not going to get too low of CPMs, especially it's in Florida. Florida, if any of you guys know, is a pretty expensive state to advertise in. So $41 CPMs, 3% click-through rate. Oh, I'm sorry, a 6.36% click-through rate. This is the I think this is like unique click-through rate or something. This is this is the actual click-through rate that people look at though. 6.36% click-through rate. So that's obviously slightly above average. And 66 cents cost per click. This is a joke, by the way. This is like pretty good, right? Now, I'm getting $1.45 leads here. I've never gotten leads this cheap, right? Don't get me wrong. Usually we get leads for like anywhere from like $5 to $10, which is still good, but like $1.45 is like nuts. That is like crazy for us, at least. Maybe, you know, in other niches it's not like as expensive, but like we've never gotten $1.45. We do have for another interest $12, which is still not the best, but like that's still very profitable to run ads at $12, because realistically speaking, for us at least, 1 in every 10 clients end up converting. So this would cost you $120 to get a client, right? And we specifically target replacements, like HVAC replacements, so that'd still be profitable. But with this, in the same in the same numbers, you're looking at spending $15 to find a replacement. Like, to find a person ready to pay for a replacement. I'm sure you understand why I literally opened up Loom as soon as I saw this, make a video about it, right? Because this is like crazy. Now, since this campaign has been running for only, 3 days, we haven't gotten anyone as a conversion. But in our Go High level, we already see like 7 of these people have already started, like 7 out of the 15 leads we've gotten are already in the conversation stage. 1 person already booked an appointment, and it's only been 3 days. You guys have to understand, right? Our nurture sequence, right? How long we speak to these people is like a month long, right? It's not like all these leads close right away. It takes time. But in 3 days, we've already gotten 7 responses, 1 booked appointment, right? Meaning that appointment can very well become a customer, right? I mean, they're like legitimately meeting up with the technician, and they know prices, approximate prices. They understand what's going on. So $1.45 is pretty good. Now, what do I want to say? And I'm not just making this video just to show off our results. I'm making this video because I feel like a lot of people rely on Facebook's broad targeting, right? You could see right here, broad, right? It got no results. And the reason why there's such a big, like, drastic change in spend, right, is because this is an A or a CBO campaign, right? Meaning it's distributing differently. Now, Facebook works in mysterious ways because it put more traffic here, even though this physical advertisement got less leads at a cheaper or at a more expensive price. So I turned this off manually, and now we're specifically pushing for this interest, which, sorry, but I will not be sharing because I'd rather just keep that to myself. But point is, do not always rely on broad, right? 9 out of 10 times, don't get me wrong, 9 out of 10 times, you will get better results with broad than any other interest. 90% of the time. I have campaigns running right now, also for HVAC companies, also for this very interest, just in a different state, which did not do well. They just didn't. But like in Florida specifically, in the areas we're specifically targeting, this interest is doing well. Why? I have no idea. Or actually, I have a small idea, but it's not relevant. Point is, always try the interests, right? Getting, and keep in mind, even if you don't, like $25 a day is not a big budget, right? Even if you don't have like a massive budget, you can still do a CBO campaign and test different interests. I've literally done tests before where I'd put one broad and 10 interests, right, in single ad sets. So it's different ad sets, right? And each ad set gets one interest. And we would have 11 ad sets running on a $15 budget, $20 budget. And it'll still work because you guys have to understand it's not distributing evenly, right? This one, whatever interest this is, it was doing horrible. That's why it only got $0.37, right? It's like 30 cents. But this one that was doing good got 15 and this one got 60, right? So use Facebook's algorithm, find out which interest is the best, and then use ABO campaigns after to optimize that. That's how, like, at least in my eyes, you would do an efficient campaign when you don't have like millions of dollars to spend, right? But with that being said, I guess thank you for watching. I'm going to keep you guys posted on any other campaigns, anything else that, I learned that might be, worthwhile sharing, but that is the end of this video. So thanks for watching.